These are some of my best garden tools that I cannot garden without. I have several garden tools that I have that I just cannot live without. And especially I'm coming from somebody's getting older, and I'm about 6 months into a total knee replacement, and I've got bad backs and uh, bad necks and bad shoulders, and of course I'm also got I like to eat, so I'm a little bit overweight. So these are some tools that I have to have that I feel are really important for my operation. And even if I just had a small garden, I would have every one of these tools. So even if I had a small garden, just a family garden, every one of these tools would still be essential. So that's kind of why I'm going over it, and some of the stuff I picked up through the years, and I just gotta have. I just can't live without. So first thing I'm gonna talk about is my old standing plant, and if you watch the channel any, you know that I used the heck out of this thing, and I don't know how long I've had this, but you order it online. It's called the Stand and Plant Planter, and it's made in America. Right here's the tag on it. I don't know if I've really gone into details about it, but you can see it's kind of getting worn, and I used it last night, and now I use it for planting plants and seeds. And when we first started really trying to go big time, we'd all come out here, and I laid down some fabric, and I cut holes with scissors, and me and my wife and my 3 kids, we'd get down and with a little shovel and try to plant them on your knees and stuff. It took forever. This thing right here really speeds up. I don't have to get on your knees or going to bend over or nothing. You talk about a back saver, knee saver, everything saver, time saver. This is my number one thing. If I could only take one thing with me to garden, this would be it right here. And I don't use it once you get everything planted and everything. You need to put it up for the year, but for this time that I'm doing all this, I gotta have this. So you just go along, you drop your planter, you seed in there, and you stick it in the dirt or through the plastic, squeeze the trigger, plant drops out. So it's great. I've got all kinds of videos on this, so go back and look at some if you want to see a demonstration. The next thing I've kind of discovered that I gotta have are long handle tools. Like this is a hoe. This is one of my favorite hoes. And I think I bought this somewhere over in Middle Tennessee or something, but you see how long this handle is? It's almost as tall as me. And I've got several. I bought 2 of these. This is all they had, and they were on markout. But Tractor Supply has one that's pretty good. Got a long handle. And they have rakes at Tractor Supply that have long handles. But the reason I like this also, it's got a skinny handle, where the one Tractor Supply is quite a bit heavier, thicker, and it makes it heavier. But the reason I like the long handle is you don't have to bend over. You don't have to bend over if you're doing working your garden like I'm gonna be working the corn before long. And see how it is? I'm standing naturally. You get these old short handles, and you're like this. And that's a back killer. So anytime I buy tools or garden tools, I look for the long handles, and sometimes they're hard to find. You go to Walmart or Ace Hardware, and they're going to be this long here, and I tell you, it just kills my back. So I always look for this long handle tools. And I got it in a rake too. My rake's over there. I just don't want to go get it, but you get the idea. Hey, leave down in the comments some of your favorite tools, especially something I'm not going over with, and maybe I'll learn something from you, and you learn something from me, and make all our lives a lot easier. So hey, leave in the comments what kind of tools that you use or that you like or you can't live without. Something else I've started doing a lot of, I carry my water when I come down here to work. I've got one of those fancy water bottles that's metal. It's kind of like the old thermos, and I didn't bring it with me, but every time I come down here now, my wife fixes it for me, and I come down here, and that makes a lot of difference too. You got to stay hydrated, especially as you get older. It's very important. I've found out the hard way. So keep that in mind. I always take some water, and you probably already know that. But if you're like me, I don't necessarily like water. I like something with some taste to it. So something I'm having to learn. So, but it does make you feel better. I mean, it keeps you hydrated, especially when it gets hot. Next thing I can't live without is this weed fabric. Once you put it down and you kind of learn how to use it and how to work with it, it is fabulous. So I've got it all through this high tunnel here, both high tunnels. I don't have to spend no time weeding, all that stuff. It actually keeps believe it or not, keeps the soil cooler. I've read several places where it does that, where people say that, and you can see in here, it's pretty hot in here right now, but these peppers are doing fine. So, and you know, I've got the little series going on about the kitchen garden. Not pulling one weed from that garden this year. It makes a big difference in the world. This weed fabric. I understand a lot of purists don't like it. You know, I've heard them say, well, it looks industrial, it's expensive, and it's not as expensive as it used to be. I got this for less than shipping and everything, like $90 for this whole area here. And I got it, you can go online, you can find discount places to get it. But once you cut holes in and everything, I want to reuse this. I don't know how long this will last. Like I said, I've got some of them put up here in the melon patch that are 6, 7 years old. They just keep reusing it, keep on reusing it. So really, if you want to talk about, you know, being earth friendly, I think that's a lot better than putting down plastic. Of course, I use biodegradable plastic in the big gardens. But this right here has really been a help for us. I couldn't do this and work a full-time job and maintain these 2 little hot tunnels. I don't think I could do it. There's no way. So this is really essential for my operation, weed fabric. Of course, this side by side is it's not a necessity, but boy, it sure does make my life a lot easier. So of course, they're getting a little pricey now, but I'll tell you, this thing right here, you can see what I've got in the back of it. You know, watering cans, where I'm planting stuff, and my egg baskets and stuff like that. Sure does make my life a lot easier. So I really like this thing. I couldn't live without this. This is one of my essential homesteading vehicles or tools. So I'd have to have this for sure, especially after having one. I went for a long time thinking you didn't need one, and you know, I wear my tractor out riding it around like this. So this right here, I would say, is very essential for especially for me. And as you get older, you know, you ride around. Sure does make it a lot easier. You know, I come all the way down here and do something. If I forget it, I just run back to the house, and it's not a big deal. So I really love this thing right here. Hey, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate all my subscribers. We do a live every Monday night at 7:30. Come over and check us out. We'll answer questions live in real time. Appreciate you watching. Support your local farmer. We'll see you down here in the farm next video.